at Superbike, we've been amazed by the US stunt scene over the past few years. You've probably seen some of the DVDs we've put on the cover before, but we decided it was time to go and see it for ourselves. So we've flown out here to the US Speedway circuit in Lakeland, Florida for the 2006 Stuntoberfest, which is one of the biggest stunt competitions around. And it's organised by one of the local stunt crews, Team Extreme.
As you can no doubt hear, we're here, we made it to the track, and it's qualifying day today. Saturday's qualifying day, so we've jumped out of bed, driven an hour up here, and we're seeing some amazing stuff already. These guys get 3 minutes to show what you can do in order to qualify for the proper event tomorrow, Sunday. So I think they've got about 50, 60 guys down there doing their stuff. They've got to do wheelies, stoppies, burnouts, acrobatics, God knows what. There's so much amazing stuff going on down there.
We've grabbed one of the main organisers of Stuntoberfest, that's Todd Colbert from Team Extreme. He's just given us a bit of background on how the event started and the whys and the wherefores.
I came to a bike night here in Lakeland, went out to watch a bunch of the guys on a back street in like an industrial park area, and then the police came out and started writing everybody tickets. I was like, and they gave me a spectator ticket. I was in my car, so I wasn't doing anything. I'm just sitting there watching. That's it. They gave me a spectator ticket, and I was with my girlfriend. She was a policeman at the time, and so they gave her one too. So I was like, oh, okay, that's it. So I'm gonna put an event on, bring every stunt guy from around the country here to your town, and that's what happened. And it turned into some huge event now. We don't hold an amateur or a pro event. It's all one. You have to qualify to make it to the main event. So that gives anybody a chance to come in and ride and do what they, try and compete against the pros. And sometimes you get an unknown rider just comes in and does a good job, and next thing you know, he's in the pro level. So, I mean, it's been going on for 7 years, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year.
only been riding for 8 months. So everybody's like, 8 months, you know, and you're a pro rider now. And I actually was doing film work. I wanted to be a videographer, and I never wanted to do stunt riding ever. I thought it was retarded that somebody would go and break a perfectly nice bike. I'm like, why would this guy do this, you know? And the problem was I got sucked into it. I had friends that did it, and I was like, hey, I can do that. I can do that. So it was totally like, all right, you know, let's try this out. And it just escalated. Once you started, it's like you can't stop, and turned into 10 hours a day, quitting everything, leaving everything aside, and just riding full time. I ride a 04 Kawasaki 636. It's a Ninja. I street fightered it out, which means take off all the plastics, custom made a belly pan for it, mounted some dirt bike handlebars. We dented the tank completely perfect, so it just fits me. A lot of people don't like them. I'm kind of like the person that just goes out and does it. You know, my bike has to feel it's an extension of me. Whatever I do with it, I need to ride it to my ability. So whatever I can set it up, I got a handbrake and a clutch so I can use both at the same time. I got a round bar instead of a flat bar so I can hit it faster, harder. The bike's squiggling. Everybody's thinking I'm going to wipe out, but I come right off of it. It's pretty much a total custom bike now. And a lot of people, the stock bikes were cool back in the day, but now you got to keep up with these guys doing everything. So it's a lot nicer to have it set up perfect so you can ride it and you only.
If you've ever been to Brands Hatch World Superbikes or the GP at Donington or a big event like that, you know the ride home can be pretty terrifying with everyone trying to emulate their heroes on the roads on the way home. I asked the local traffic cops what sort of problems they have at an event like this.
Well, we had very little problems with the professionals. We're having problems with the people that come to this. They get a little crazy on their way home, and I think they see what's going on and they go try it. But for the most part, 95% of the people are real good. Here in Florida, if you're doing a wheelie or you're doing the endos like they're doing now, if we catch you doing that on the public highways, we arrest you and we impound your bike. So it'll probably about a $2,500 to $3,000 wheelie. We try to be good guys just like everybody else. We know they're having fun, and as you can see, both me and my partner, we both love motorcycles, and that's why we're out here too. We enjoy watching this.
This is the tandem competition now. 2 people on the bike, rider and a pillion. Normally an attractive girl from what I've seen so far. And he's doing stuff that you just wouldn't imagine you could do. And he's got somebody else on the bike as well.
This is pretty much our first competition. We've done shows and stuff, but this is the first real competition for us, and so kind of a little bit of nerves going on, but we'll handle it. It all goes away once you get on the track. You don't even
totally focused on the bike.
Yeah, you don't see the people, you don't hear the music, you don't hear the announcers. You're just in the zone.
Behind the grandstand we've got what they call the vendor area, where people sell mad pieces of metal to bolt onto your bike, chrome swinging arms, massive wheels, big stunt cages. It's all for sale in here. Some trickling bikes here as well. You can buy t-shirts with insulting things written on them as well, very popular. You can also buy some very, very fattening food. This is America, land of convenience, and no one wants to do anything hard or difficult, so you've got the wheelie machine. Why even leave the comfort of... Whoa!
The wheelies are fun and everything, but anybody can do those.
When you come here, the first thing you see is people with t-shirts saying we're Jesse's Girls. Don't know what that means, so tell me what Jesse's Girls is.
Jesse's Girls is something I came up with last year, Stunt Wars. I wore some red pants in competition, and I got noticed for that. And next thing I know, everybody's screaming, "Oh, where's Jesse's Girl? Jesse's Girl!" So I put a whole bunch of them together and put them in pants like me, and told my sponsors about it, and they loved the idea, so they helped me out and put all the girls together, and we worked it out. Just basically, it's just a big promotion thing that everybody loves. Yeah, I ride a Honda 600 F4i. It's no 2. I'm from very shortly from here. I'm about 20 minutes away in Tampa, Florida.
What's the strong areas of your stunt, and what's the things you're most proud of, things you've worked on the most?
I'd probably say mostly my acrobatic skills, like the jumping all over a bike, doing front flips off of it, all that stuff. It's just very crowd pleasing. There's nothing like flipping off the bike and just hearing thousands of people cheer for you.
Judging an event like this is pretty difficult. The reason why there's so many different categories, and the way we set it up, we don't favor riders and we don't favor big name riders. The way it works is that there's a criteria. There's execution, there's difficulty, there's style, there's overall, and there's also kind of like a 4 category we use, which is if you do a burnout, you get 5 points. If you do a stoppie, you get 5 points. If you do an acrobatic trick, you get 5 points. If you do a wheelie, you get 5 points. And so if you miss one of those, there's a lot of riders that'll be really good at stoppies and really good at wheelies, but have never even learned stoppies, stuff like that. Little things like that will end up hurting your score. So you have to be, we try to decide these kind of things to make you a well-rounded rider. You have to be really good to get in there. And we make it to where, no-name people who have never been anywhere except for their warehouse area, practicing in their driveway, those guys can come up here, compete against the pros, and actually win something if they dedicate themselves.
Just when you thought you'd seen all the craziness possible to see, some extra craziness appears.
Aaron Colton he's somebody from a completely different world. Everybody else you're going to see out here is 28, 29, maybe as young as 19, 20-ish. This kid is 14 years old. This kid has only been riding for a couple of months, and already, he's like a showman. His tricks are awesome. Everybody's got to watch out. The kid's 14 years old. He's got a lot of life left in him. His back's not bothering him yet. His knees aren't blown out. His hospital bill's not sky high. Health insurance will still cover this kid. Pros, you need to watch out. He's coming for you.
Kyle Woods isn't often wrong, and he's right again. Watching Aaron Colton riding is just incredible, and I simply had to speak to this stunting prodigy myself to find out how he got into stunt riding so young.
Well, in the beginning I had no intention. I just knew I liked it. Was fun. It was super fun on the mini bike, and then I went up to a TTR 125, which is a bigger 4-stroke dirt bike, but I never planned on it being anything big, but I was really good at it, and right away, really fast, doing scraping bars and wheelies inside 45 minutes. I practice about 6 days a week. But usually what I do is I go to school, and then school gets off at 2:35, and I walk down to my dad's shop, work in my dad's shop till about 5:30, and then we go out riding for a few hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And then the weekends we ride a lot, but I picked up a 94 Honda CBR 600 F2. and it had like a few upgrades. It was a race bike, but I got it for $600.
Teach McNeil is a guy you want to watch today. He is out of control. He always looks like he's going to crash. You think the bike's going to hit the crowd, it's going to go flipping down the place, you know, like oil's coming out. He's like half in the grass, circle wheelies are all over the place, and that's what I love about this guy is you never know what's going on. And like, you know, I'm judging the deal. I've seen him so many stunts a million times, but he's got me on the edge of my seat and I'm jumping around. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to die. And that's what it's all about. That's what packs the stands and everybody wants to see it.
I like to still keep that aggressiveness and that on-the-edge style, and the F4Is and bikes along that nature just don't really, you know, they don't really make it easy. You know, they don't make it easy. And that and Argo Cycle is my primary sponsor. Pretty much I ride whatever they have a lot of. Whatever we need to get rid of, I ride. That's how it works. But I really love the Honda right now. I'm feeling good on it. As you ride the bike more and more, you get better and better. So in order to keep that on-the-edge riding, you have to put it closer and closer to the edge. And I'm really enjoying it. I like to get it sideways and get the crowd going, you know? You gotta be entertaining, gotta be exciting, it's gotta be fast, it's gotta be some danger. A lot of kids nowadays are just stuck in the idle and they're just really making riding boring, and they're being a poor representation of what I think our sport has to offer. And hopefully, you know, more guys will take a look at my style and some of the other top riders' styles and kind of adapt their own personality to that and make the sport a little more entertaining, a little more high speed, and that's what's going to drive it to the next level.
Teach McNeil wowed the judges as well as the crowd with his unique, aggressive riding style and superb, mind-blowing control. He took first prize in the individual freestyle event, with Jesse Toller coming second, which pleased the girls no end. Aaron Colton came in fourth, just off the podium, but he's going to be there next year, I think. So that's it. The show's over another year, and it's time to head back to a cold, wet, miserable Britain. But we'll be back here real soon. The next event at Lakeland is the massive Stunt Wars competition, which has got even more riders, even more stunts, and even more mayhem. We'll see you then.